Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to compare a $5 fountain pen versus a $500 fountain pen and see what the differences are. Let's start with the $5 one first. This is the Duke 209 fountain pen that I bought on eBay for around $5 US. It's available in two colors, black and silver. I bought the silver one, which turned out to be a bit too slippery. So I use sandpaper to polish the body to get a little bit more grip to the body. The whole body is full metal, it's very solid, has a nice click when you put the cap on. The clip here, the pen clip here, has a nice strong spring to it. Overall, it feels really worth the money for $5 US. This pen that I have comes with a Fude nib. A Fude nib is a nib that is bent at the end. You can also choose to buy the Duke 209 with a normal fountain pen nib, but I like this nib because you can draw thin and thick lines very easily. The design does look a bit cheap, but that's because the pen is cheap. And it's even cheaper compared to some meals at a fast food restaurant. Now, one good thing about cheap and affordable fountain pens is you can drop this on the ground and you will not miss a heartbeat. You can lose this fountain pen and you can buy a replacement very easily. This body here, I use sandpaper on it. Imagine using sandpaper on a $500 fountain pen. I would feel very apprehensive. But here, it feels right. It feels like there's nothing wrong. Let's take a look inside. It comes with a converter. It's those piston pull push type converter, and I actually like this type of converter because it's very easy to clean. You can put this into a bottle of clean water and just do this action and it will flush out the ink continuously. Very easy to clean, very easy to maintain. This is the design on the nib, probably stainless steel. This is actually one of the top 3 fountain pens I would recommend to beginners because it is very affordable and you can get it with a Fude nib. Alright, let's take a look at the $500 fountain pen. So this is the Sailor fountain pen. This body is the 1911 body. This is a Fude nib as well. You can see the bent tip at the top. This is the design on the nib. This is a rather large nib compared to the Duke fountain pen, and this is 21K gold. Let's compare the size. So the Sailor nib is definitely larger and the design on it, it's more intricate. The gold nib is what makes this pen more expensive, and also the overall look and feel, it does look more luxurious. Gold trimmings here, the pen clip, and here as well, here as well. The Sailor 1911 body usually comes with a glossy body, but I bought this particular pen with a matte surface finishing, so that's extra money. This is the design at the bottom of the cap. Sailor, made in Japan, founded 1911. This is how the cap looks compared to the $5 cap. Let's take a look inside. So this is the Sailor converter, which may or may not be included. It's the twist type converter. It holds a lot of ink, but it's not as convenient to clean compared to the push-pull piston type converter. See this black ring here? This is actually a rubber ring. It would help to dampen the body as you screw it in, so you can screw in very fast. As it touches the rubber, it will start to slow down and you can screw in slowly. The gold plated part here looks really nice, really premium. Sailor also makes affordable fountain pens as well. I have 2 here. These are the Sailor Fude fountain pens that also feature Fude nibs. This fountain pen costs 4 or 5 times more than the Duke, but it looks cheaper compared to the Duke. Design on it is very simple. The plastic body feels very cheap. The nib itself looks and feels very cheap too. So now let's fill up the pens and test them out to see which one performs better. So I'm going to load up the Duke pen first. So this piston converter, this is so convenient. I'm just going to load a little bit of ink and clean this up. By the way, can you guess which fountain pen I use more regularly? I actually use the Duke more regularly because it's cheaper. I can afford to bring it outdoors without the fear of losing or dropping it. So with the Sailor fountain pen, I always use it at home because it's so expensive. I cannot afford to lose this. And sometimes when I'm drawing, I actually do drop my fountain pens on the ground, so that would be very scary for a very expensive fountain pen like this. Looks like it's not loaded up yet. Let me just push this down and load it again. So the piston push-pull type converter, it's definitely more convenient compared to this. Let's draw some lines with the $5 pen. Ink flow is very good, by the way. I've used this pen for years and I don't have any problem with the ink flow. So with a Fude nib, you can adjust the angle of the nib and you can get thicker lines like this, and you can get thin to thick lines like this. And this is what I really like about Fude nibs. You can get really characteristic lines, thin and thick. And now for the $500 pen. The writing performance is actually exactly the same as the $5 pen. This 21K gold nib has the same tactile feel on the paper as the $5 pen. Ink flow is pretty good as well. So you can get thin and thick lines, no problem. So as you can see, almost no difference at all between the lines from the $5 pen versus the $500 pen. So why do people buy such expensive fountain pens? When you buy expensive stuff, sometimes it's all about the feel-good factor. In reality, sometimes they do not offer anything different compared to cheaper alternatives, such as the case here. You can get a $5 Fude nib with the Duke 209 and it would draw the same. So is it worth the money? Well, it really depends on what you value in life. I cannot remember the reason why I bought this pen. Maybe I was attracted by the look or maybe the gold nib. Man, seriously, what's the difference between this and this? Almost no difference at all. And I feel very comfortable drawing with this pen as well. It draws very nicely. It's very smooth, performs really well. The line quality is similar to the expensive pen, so I think that's all that matters. So that's it for this comparison. Were you expecting some unexpected revelation? So cheap versus expensive fountain pens when it comes to writing or drawing, if they are using the same nibs, you're going to get the same type of line, so no difference there. The last thing I want to say is with expensive fountain pens, they do hold their value well, much better compared to a PlayStation or Xbox. But that's really personal preference. It really depends on what you value. Maybe you value gaming more than such luxuries in life. Fountain pens can last for a very long time, so in the long run, they may still be worth it. However, if I were to go back in time, I'm not sure if I would buy this fountain pen again. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, I'm not using this pen as often compared to the Duke 209, so I'm not really maximizing the value of owning this pen. What about you? Would you buy something as expensive as this, or would a cheaper, more affordable pen be sufficient for your purposes? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!